everyone. It's so good to be with you again, and hope you're all doing well and trying to find some time for yourselves to refresh and renew during these summer months. I was recently asked a question that shocked me a bit, but it was an excellent question. The question was, what is one of the most difficult questions you're asked as a therapist? And after doing all of this work for over 20 years now, hands down without even having to think about it, the most difficult question I am asked as a therapist is, how do I forgive the person who has hurt me, abused me, crushed me, destroyed my life? Do I have to forgive that person who hurt me so deeply? That to me is, over the years, one of the most difficult questions. And you may ask, well, why is that? Forgiveness is one of the most difficult things I believe that we're asked to do. First of all, God asks and requires and expects us to forgive others, because forgiveness often feels like we're letting that person off the hook for what they did. And actually, truth be told, we're the ones, when we forgive, we're letting ourselves off the hook. To not have all those self-pity feelings, angry feelings, vengeful feelings. I believe when we harbor unforgiveness, it opens ourselves up to a spirit of offense. We start to be suspicious and suspect of everyone around us, that everyone is out to get us, which is so not true. I want to read a definition that I found about forgiveness. So if you allow me just to read it. Forgiveness is the intentional and voluntary process by which a victim undergoes a change in feelings, an attitude regarding an offense, and overcomes negative emotions such as resentment and vengeance. I really found that definition so accurate. Forgiveness is not a feeling. Unforgiveness is not a feeling. It's, we have some strong feelings about it and what happened to us. But actually, forgiveness is actually a choice and an act of our will. And I know this may surprise some of you because forgiveness has such strong connotations with it. But it's actually a choice we make. And I think this is why the Bible tells us to forgive 70 times 7, which means unlimited. And it means it's a process. It's not just saying I forgive and then it's over. I think in the front end of, depending on what's happened to a person, it's going to take time, and it does take time, and it is a process. And so I'm asking us all, including myself, I'm including myself in this, to re-examine our hearts and our minds and our thoughts. When we hear the name of that person that hurt us so deeply, do you have a visceral kind of physical response? Do you feel something gripping you, that you wish them ill will? Then unforgiveness is still there. Or have you worked so hard at letting go and letting God deal with them, because He does such a much better job than us at taking care of things, that when you hear their name or you think about them, you can actually say a prayer for them. That's how you know forgiveness has been complete, when you can hear their name and not have a reaction. And forgiveness doesn't mean you sit down with the perpetrator or the abuser and have lunch. It doesn't mean any of that. It just means you're choosing to let go and give it over to God. Forgiveness brings freedom. Unforgiveness ties us down and keeps us stuck. Ask yourself the question today, as Jesus asked the man around the pool, do you want to be well? What a profound question. Do you want to be well? I asked myself that question. I re-examined myself today, even before I started, putting the video together. Just re-examining. So take a good look. I will leave a couple of resources as well about forgiveness, and there's one in particular called Love Like You've Never Been Hurt. So today, I know this is not an easy topic. I felt it was an important topic, and especially when the question was asked, what is the most difficult question you're asked over time and years in therapy? I thought this would be a really good place for us to start and look at today. And I asked the question like Jesus did, do you want to be well? God bless you and give you peace until we meet again.